Hello wonderful person, this is Philip and this is another quick video about a dietary supplement. One that was actually the very first supplement where I have noticed a totally physical and objectively verifiable effect. And what I'm talking about is I simply noticed that whenever I take that particular supplement, my fingernails literally grow about twice as fast. So instead of having to cut them every couple of weeks, I have to cut them every week when I take a sufficient quantity of that supplement. And what I'm talking about is very simply MSM. That's methyl-sulfonyl-methane, basically just an organic form of sulfur. So it's no big deal. It's actually very harmless. You can eat more of that substance than you could of table salt without dying from it. And there are people who take several grams every day. I think there are people who take 100 grams a day, but please don't try that because I mentioned it here. Definitely research that before you do it. The quantity that I take is on the order of a few hundred milligrams a day when I take it. Sometimes I don't take it because, frankly, I don't have a need to have my skin and my fingernails and my hair grow faster or thicker or stronger or anything like that. I just figure anything that makes your fingernails grow faster is probably good for your skin. And if it's good for your skin and hair and all that, it's probably also good for your nerve cells and probably for many other things in the body. Now, one thing I have noticed with MSM is that people describe this as detox symptoms. If I haven't mentioned it in this video yet, none of my videos are ever intended to give you medical or professional advice. It's always just my opinion and my experiences. So anyway, lots of people say that when they first start taking MSM, they get headaches. And they attribute that to detox, whatever that means. I don't want to speculate too much, but I can confirm that when I haven't taken any MSM in a long time and I start taking it again, or when I suddenly increase my dosage, because a lot of the time I take tiny quantities, and then when I suddenly start taking like a gram a day, I will sometimes get a headache. For me, headaches are never a big problem, but I will sometimes notice a headache in the evenings. And in the beginning, I think that lasted for about a week or two. Nowadays, it's just one headache, and then after that, the next day, everything is fine. The point is, if I just keep taking the MSM regularly, I don't get headaches anymore. So it may very well be detox. It doesn't seem to be that you're just poisoning your body with the MSM, because otherwise, when you take it and keep taking it, the headaches shouldn't just disappear after a couple of days. So make of it what you will. I just wanted to be aware of this one negative side effect, if you will, that I have noticed with the MSM. The other thing that I should probably tell you if you've never taken the powder before, if you take the pure powder, which is not a problem, you can just put the powder in your mouth, it'll taste very bitter. It has a very, very bitter taste to it. However, as soon as you just take a little bit of liquid and swallow, once you have swallowed, that taste is pretty much completely gone. It's not like some of the other bitter supplements where the taste lingers in your mouth. The MSM, once you've washed it down and swallowed, the taste is gone. Some people say that's because the body absorbs it so quickly, because it's so greedy for that sulfur and it's such a simple compound to absorb that it just disappears out of your mouth almost instantly. I don't know about that, but I can confirm that the taste is gone very quickly. It doesn't mean that you have to take the powder into your mouth as it is at all. One thing that I do personally is sometimes drinking water doesn't seem good. It feels like sort of, maybe you call this feeling a craving for electrolytes. You want water that has something in it, maybe a little bit of juice, or maybe you drink Gatorade or something like that, or tea. When I get that feeling that pure water wouldn't really satisfy me at the moment, what I do a lot is, in about a 16-ounce glass of water, I dissolve maybe half a gram of vitamin C, just in the form of ascorbic acid. Now, come to think of it, I do the ascorbic acid because I'm cheap. If you want something better tasting, maybe a 30-70 or even 50-50 mix of sodium ascorbate and ascorbic acid would taste better to you, and it pretty much has the same effect, except of course the sodium ascorbate has a little bit of sodium if you're watching your sodium intake. So back to what I do with the MSM. I take about 0.5 gram of ascorbic acid, vitamin C, and about 1 gram or even 0.5 gram of MSM, and dissolve all that in 16 ounces of water. And that gives the water a taste that I consider pleasant, actually. It's definitely not as bitter or nasty as if you were to take the MSM by itself. Definitely not as acidic or just sour tasting as the ascorbic acid would be by itself, and not as salty as the sodium ascorbate would be by itself. Anyway, so that was my short video on MSM. Again, just to make you aware of the fact that this is a supplement that has definitely had an effect that I can verify, and that even others can see if they want to pay attention to how often I cut my nails. Do your own research if you want to take it. It is one of the more harmless supplements. There aren't many negative side effects, but still, I'm not a doctor, and I'm just giving you the information that there is MSM. I'm not saying anyone in particular should take it. So in that spirit, have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you soon in a future video.